So essentially what we're doing is we're investigating substances and their use in PVC and whether or not there's a chance of risk associated with those uses. The Commission will then be the ones who decide whether, based on our findings in our report, based on our outcomes, on the potential risks, what will be the next step. So it could be a restriction proposal. That could be one outcome where the Commission would then ask us again to prepare a restriction proposal for PVC or its additives or its additives. We don't know yet. It will really be the outcome of this report. So you can really see this investigation report not as a restriction proposal, but actually as a research report, a project report, looking at the state of play with these materials, PVC, and also the use of the substances in PVC. A state of play of what the situation is currently in the European market, and based on those findings, the Commission will review it, will consider whether or not they believe taking further action is needed. If REACH restriction is considered the instrument to address the risk, then there's also different ways that we can do that. Often it is setting certain conditions. Often it can be looking at very particular uses, so not an outright ban on all uses, but actually honing in on the ones that display the risk. Because at the end of the day, our proposal needs to be able to demonstrate that there is a risk that's not adequately controlled on an EU-wide basis. So our scope needs to be very centred on that. So again, difficult to say at this point, but usually our restrictions are targeted at certain applications, certain groups of substances, which can be quite broad nowadays. And can be condition-based. They can have derogations in certain situations. So basically, if a restriction proposal was the next step, we would be, in a different state of mind there, because we have a certain proposal, that we have a certain procedure that we follow when we do restriction proposals. There's a template that we follow where we need to consider all the different elements that go into a proposal. So I would consider this investigation report as a much earlier stage, which is about fact-finding and really trying to delve into all the information that's out there to really ascertain whether there is a risk that might need to be addressed.